My name's Rob. Uh, don't really know where to start. I grew up in a small town in the country, Hicktown, country boy. Life was good. Good parents, good family. Horses, motorcycles, anything a kid could want. A lot of work, but got rewarded for it. Dad drank all the time, but never was bad. Used to start off when I was young, steal his beer, and I was probably 7, 8 years old. Then that went on for a while. And smoked a cigarette, I've had the chance, stuff like that, but no big deals growing up or nothing, no big trouble. Then I got about 15 years old. Uh, Started smoking weed with my cousin, which kind of got to be a problem because I just soon get smoke weed and I would do anything and drink beer in the weekends. And it was always a marathon all weekend long. How much beer could you drink? And went good for a while, I guess. Had a lot of fun, I thought, in my head. And then I got a little older, got out, started working, started pouring concrete and working, and had money to buy beer and more drugs. And it just kept escalating out of control, I guess. But no one ever cared because I had money to buy my own drugs. And no one ever stopped me because I paid for it and didn't steal for it. So I smoked weed. I was about 22 and drank beer every day, a 12 pack of beer every day. No problem. Never missed work. No one cared. Then one day I got a friend a job. He liked to snort pain pills. Started doing pills with him. And that's kind of where it went all off track, I guess. So now I'm smoking a quarter bag of weed every 2 or 3 days, 12 pack of beer every day, 5 or 6 pills every day, 2 packs of cigarettes every day. No problem. Work all the time. Got plenty of money to work. So I just keep going. No one cares. So this goes on for years and years and years. And I really don't even know where to go with it. Just, you don't realize you're in addiction when no one stops you. And everybody pats you on the back and tell you how great you are because, oh, you're making us money. And, oh, you're such a good worker. You got a big house and got married and to a girl and built a big house and had everything you're supposed to want. And she wanted me to do this and do that. And I'd rather go get high. So after about 5 years, she got rid of me. Big house going. No big deal. Got another house. Kept working. No one really cared. And this just went on for years. I really don't even know where to go with the story. It's just a blur. I never really, I never went to jail for nothing. I never got no DUIs. It was just make sure you had drugs before work, and I was good to go. And if I didn't have drugs at work, I could call somebody and they'd bring me drugs at work. And first thing you know, 30 years has went by and you've been high for 30 years, man. And everybody's gone and all your friends have moved on, buddies have died. And everybody gets sober because either they get on probation or they get made by a judge. And I just got sick of it, man. Sick of the lying, sick of everything. I'm going to be 50 years old and I haven't ever been sober. I've been 6 months clean. I just don't really have an interesting story. I mean, it's just all been work. I traveled all around the United States and saw lots of things I shouldn't have saw. Went a lot of places I shouldn't have went. I don't know how I'm alive. And it's really about all I got. I mean, there's just no big story to it. Just all I know is just stay off drugs, man. I don't know. All I know is I was sitting at my house one day and I knew a guy that come to Good Shepherd Ministries and I thought he was across the street selling meth to my neighbor, so I wasn't gonna go over there. And I heard him say, "Hey, Biscuit, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I know that guy." So I went over there and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And started talking to him. He told me how he was in recovery, been clean for like a year, and me and him had dabbled in drugs and stuff before. And I was like, "Man, that's pretty cool." He was like, "Oh man, you could do that too, man." I'm like, "Ah, bullshit. That ain't true." He's like, "Man, let me make a phone call." And I was like, whatever. He goes, "Hey, go pack your shit." And I was like, "You're full of crap, man." He's like, "Nah, come on." So I went and packed 2 backpacks full of stuff. And that's been 6 months ago. And here I am, still clean and trying to come up with some big story to tell, but there isn't no big story to tell. I'm just lucky to be here and lucky to be alive and happy where I'm at. And hopefully here by next couple months or 6 months or so, I'll be out in the real world and clean and sober and making money and not spending it on drugs. And all the people and the women that left me, because of it and all that, maybe I'll find somebody that loves me and I'll do better. And I really don't know. It's all a big blur to me. So that's all I got.